morning, ma'am. We are Green Task Force in NSBM Green University. So, for Green Week, we are having an interview series named as Think Green. So, I would like to ask you some questions about green concept. During the time of your teaching at the university, you must have come across Go Green practices in the university. What do you think about that?
Morning, Hiruni. And I think this is one of the wonderful initiatives that the Green Task Force can do, and it is very timely that we all at the NSBM Green University think green. The academics, the non-academics, and also very importantly the students. So when it comes to our university, there are so many reasons that we can call us as a green university, starting from this architectural design, which is of these state-of-the-art facilities we have built. It is properly harmonizing with the natural environments, all these green walls and curtains that you see when you walk around the university. That is not only for the vicinity, but it does play a big role than the vicinity, because when your walls are surrounded by these green walls and curtains, it preserves the coolness inside the building, so that the amount of AC and all that kind of electricity usage is minimized. And also we as a university, we practice the solid liquid waste management, and we do quite a lot of environmental promotional activities to all the clubs and societies have here. So we have this Green Task Force of yours, which is the main force to preserve all these green qualities among the students. But other than that, also all the clubs and societies are part of all these green initiatives. And in adding to that, Hiruni, now the fact that we have this university management information system, all the work of this university is done via an internet-based system. And when it comes to the students, there is an extended development called the NLearn, where all your learning materials and assignments and everything is uploaded. So why we have these systems in place is, when we have these systems, we do not have to use the paper. Okay, so that is one of the ways that we preserve the environment, because we know papers is cutting down some trees, obviously. And also all our marketing campaigns now mostly done via the digital media marketing programs, which is again the preservation of the natural environment. And apart from that, we do quite a lot of tree planting activities. These days we are in the process of valuing the carbon dioxide emission of our university, so that we can do some tree plantation elsewhere, which would compensate with the oxygen that these new trees would be giving to the environment. So I think that would be one of the great initiatives that we would be taking during the next couple of months. And the wastewater management and also the stormwater management of the university is in proper pace. We even have the green certificate for all these buildings and things. So these are the things that our students do not know, even they are part of a green university. So I think it's time that the Green Task Force create proper awareness among the students why exactly we are a green university. And other than that, to all the students across all the faculties, when you come to the first year, first semester, you have a common module called the sustainability development. Okay, you all are learning it. So in sustainability development, what we teach is all these SDG goals of the world and the impact of that to different perspectives covering the world. So there are green initiatives, the water, the air, all these things are a very important part. So as a university, I think that is one of the best things that we can do by creating education for our students about greenliness and also the sustainable development. And along with that module, we always have these sustainability development exhibitions, which is beneficial not only the students who are learning, but to the entire community of the university. And all the research that we conduct now inside the university, in terms of the research the academics conduct, in terms of the research that the students are conducting, are directed towards this sustainability development goals, which is another great initiative. And there are certain visible things that the students see as green initiatives. For example, when you go to the other part of the land, you see this bees and butterflies project, and you see the NSBM Green University's vegetable garden. And you can see whenever a guest comes here, what we are gifting them is a plant. Okay, and the students are part of planting trees all over the university, and we have a herbal garden in the university, which are like visible things when it comes to the green. But if you really think, okay, the fact that NSBM is providing a staff bus to the staff, where nearly you see 100 to 150 employees coming in one bus, is obviously a green practice. Just imagine if these 150 people are taking 150 private transportation. That's a lot of carbon dioxide emissions to the environment. So what I want to say is, when it comes to the green practices, there are certain things which are visible, there are certain things which are not visible. But what makes us a green university is we do practice both visible and invisible green practices.
So, I would like to ask you another question, ma'am. When we choose to ban plastic, it makes us to use other materials that are more expensive and energy intensive. What's your idea about this? Should we ban plastic or get better at recycling it?
Yes, so I am in favor of banning plastic, because plastic has a big issue of degrading them. Okay, but currently we are using plastic to some extent in the university, but we have a proper disposal system to the plastic. So that we do with the John Keel's holdings. You might have seen in different places of the university, you have these cages where you can put all the plastic waste into it, and this plastic waste is then used by small and medium businesses to develop certain cradle to cradle byproducts, so that it is in a recycling process. So to the extent that the university has to use plastic, we would be always going through this process, where the plastics that we use, the waste of it, we would be using to the recycling. But then again, when we are banning plastic, there are so many alternatives that we can use. Okay, say for example, when we go to the grocery shop, when we just want to put our groceries, we always buy these silly bags, which is, polythene and very harmful to the environment. So if the university introduces a cloth bag, okay, if the students and the academics and non-academics are purchasing it, then every time you go to the grocery shop, you can use the same bag, which we call as the reuse. Okay, though at the point that you are buying it, it is going to be a little expensive than what you are going to consume on a silly bag, obviously, but we would be using it for the longest time, okay, for many years without disposing it. So then I think there is a saving. So I think it's high time that we are using these alternative methods to all the polythenes that we use. But one of the concepts that I want the Green Task Force to share with all the students of the university and also make awareness is a concept called pre-use. Okay, so that is, before you are purchasing anything, okay, be it a mug, be it a dress, be it a sari, be it a shirt, anything you want to purchase, you have to rethink whether you really want it. Okay, so maybe say for example, a boy having 2 black t-shirts, okay, you go to a store and you just look at another black t-shirt, so you have 2 already at home, do you want another one? Okay, so you are consuming another t-shirt, means it's resources. Okay, so you need to develop your thinking like that, and most of the developed countries have this kind of attitudes and thinking, where some educated people, they do not buy anything brand new. Okay, they have separate shops where there are reused products which are in the usable condition, so they go there and they buy those things, because then they are not they are not using any products or services or resources. So I think that is the right time. We should cultivate that kind of concepts also in the mindsets of the students.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing these valuable thoughts with us. Our main target is to let our university undergraduates to get to know about this green concept and how it's using
Yes.
in our university. Have a good day, ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I think the Green Task Force has a very big responsibility to create awareness about the green thinking and green initiatives among the students all the time. So make it a practice using your digital marketing mediums like the social media. Every day you post something about how we practice green inside the university and maybe new ideas where even we do not use now. The world is always coming up with new things. Why not the Green Task Force look at those things and introduce it to the top management so that the best practices can be used in the university? Thank you so much.